The herd moves through the shallows at first light, a loose group of Sarahsaurus wading along the riverbank of what will one day be Arizona. They are small for prosauropods, alert, quick on their feet, and watching them from the tree line is an animal that, on paper, should have no trouble killing one. He is young, barely past adolescence, but already carries the 6-meter frame and twin bony crest of a Dilophosaurus in his prime. 200,000 years after the fires that ended the Triassic, this is a changed world, wetter, greener, filled with conifer groves and fern-choked river valleys recovering fast from catastrophe. The giant pseudosutians that once ruled every ecosystem on the planet are gone. For the first time, an animal built like him could simply be the largest, most dangerous thing in the valley. He hasn't proven that yet. Crouched low in the undergrowth, he watches the herd drift closer, singling out a juvenile lagging near the rear. Every instinct says now, close the distance, commit, strike. He breaks cover early. Too early, crashing through dry fern litter a full body length before he's within striking range. The herd doesn't hesitate. Heads snap up, and in an instant, the entire group scatters in 8 different directions, vanishing into the undergrowth before he's covered half the distance he needed. He skids to a stop in the mud, alone, breathing hard, with nothing to show for it. Being built like an apex predator, it turns out, isn't the same as knowing how to hunt like one. Days pass. He works the margins of the valley, scavenging what he can, a stranded fish in a drying pool. The carcass of a small synapsid picked over by scavengers before him. His crest, delicate and thin-boned, is useless for fighting. It exists for display, not for battle, another reminder that his real weapons are patience and timing. And patience is exactly what his first hunt was missing. When the Sarahsaurus herd returns to the same stretch of river days later, he doesn't move. He lets them settle into their morning routine, lets their guard drop, and tracks the same lagging juvenile from cover for what feels like an eternity, closing the gap not in one motion, but in dozens of small ones, freezing every time a head lifts. This time, when he finally breaks, he's already within 2 strides of the target. There's no room for the herd to react. His jaws close around the juvenile's neck, and though his bite lacks the raw, crushing force of a heavier predator, it doesn't need it. For the first time, he feeds like what he was built to be. He doesn't get to enjoy it, undisturbed. Drawn by the noise or perhaps the scent of an easy meal, another Dilophosaurus emerges from the tree line on the opposite bank. The 2 animals size each other up across the clearing, crests raised, both too valuable to risk a fight that could seriously injure either one. What follows is less a battle than a performance. Hissed threats, exaggerated posturing, feints toward each other that stop just short of contact. Each animal trying to convince the other that backing down is the smarter option. It's a contest built entirely on nerve. And for once, nerve is something he now has in surplus. Fresh off a successful hunt, full-bodied and emboldened, he holds his ground and pushes forward instead of yielding. The rival breaks first, retreating back across the river and disappearing into the trees it came from. The valley falls quiet again. This time the silence belongs to him. He is for now the largest predator in this stretch of early Jurassic river. Proof that in the aftermath of a world-ending catastrophe, size alone was never the deciding factor. Millions of years and an entire ocean of change lie between this river and what comes next. Deep in a future Jurassic floodplain, an aging Diplodocus will lead her herd across a landscape turning to dust, fighting exhaustion, thirst, and the hunger of a stalking Allosaurus pack, just to keep her family alive. Next time on DinoLore, we follow that final migration. If this story earned a like or a subscribe, it helps this channel keep bringing you more.